What do you think of the fight tonight?
Actually?
Beautiful.
Is continuing to get better and better. He's a great fighter. I think it's a tremendous fight. And I think that Triple G probably has a small edge in punching power, which is the biggest difference in the fight between the two of them. They're both great technicians. They're both great defenders. They're both amazing citizens who train the right way, prepare the right way. They run their lives the right way. In fact, if there are two people in boxing whom I regard as being basically identical to each other in the way they conduct their careers, those are the two guys. So it's no accident that we've been waiting all this time. And I would make Gennady a slight favorite just on the basis of punching power. He may be a tiny bit bigger also, but at the end of the day, they're both terrific, and they've done nothing but win by and large, and either one of them have to
Why do you think this fight's taking place? Why is Canelo getting put in there? Because they feel Canelo's ready, or Triple G is slipped? Or does it have either one?
I think that given that Triple G's knockout streak was snapped, the public pressure rises to another level. Like, okay, we understand you had a certain fear about losing and losing economic power and leverage that way, and you've been trying to avoid that, but how can you now say to us that it's a big risk when he didn't knock out Daniel Jacobs? He looked just the same way that all other fighters do when they go the distance and win a decision. So he's not a monster. He's not Superman. He's a human being, just like Canelo. He trains like Canelo. He prepares like Canelo. He has the same skill set, basically. Let's see who's better face to face.
Why didn't Chavez throw any punches tonight?
I have no idea. I mean, Chavez said in the ring that he had bought into the Nacho Beristain fight plan idea, that he should stay up on his feet and box from the outside, and that's just ludicrous. That's insane. I mean, anybody alive knows that he had one chance to win the fight, which was to go inside, use his greater size, and bash Canelo. And the fact that he never tried to do it, I think, was representative of Chavez Jr.'s understanding that he didn't have a chance. He was misplaced in the event. You can't. Max Kellerman said it perfectly on our air. You can't wish great fights into existence. You can't say to yourself, okay, just because these two names seem to belong in the ring together, that that's going to be a great fight. It isn't, and one of them runs his life in exactly the right way and prepares the right way 365 days a year, every single year for 11 years. And the other one, we know who he is. He's never on the same page twice. So those by-the-book experts who said all along that the outcome of the fight was obvious because of the difference in the skill sets and the difference in the way they dedicate themselves and prepare for fights, they were 100% right.
Can and will Triple G and Canelo live up to all of the hype it has now?
It's a lot of hype. It's a lot of hype. But, Joshua and Klitschko sure did it. They surpassed all the expectations. They fought a fight which we will be talking about for 15 or 20 years or maybe longer. And if they can do it, these two guys can do it too.
What does a victory do for Canelo? What does a victory do for Canelo if he beats a Triple G?
This victory tonight? This victory tonight just reaffirms what we know about Canelo, and he showed you how easy it was by not sitting down between rounds. He made the point that it was pretty much a sparring session for him. I imagine that it builds his confidence a little bit, since he can say to himself, I beat a guy who was so much bigger than me, but it's two different worlds, fighting Triple G as opposed to fighting Julio Caesar Chavez Jr.
So what does a victory over Triple G do for Canelo if he were to win that fight?
Victory over Triple G would probably make him the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in boxing. I mean, there's a lot of competition for that right now. You've got Lomachenko, you've got Andre Ward, Kovalev if he beats Ward in the rematch, Terrence Crawford. There are an awful lot of good fighters in the sport right now who can try to make a claim that they are #1 pound-for-pound, but the winner of Canelo Triple G, if it's as good a fight as we all expect it to be, most people are going to see that guy as #1.
Is this fight coming at the right time, or is it a little bit too late?
I think it is coming at